Salman, brother, thank you so much for being here today, brother.
Thank you.
The whole point of these chats is basically whoever watches this video, they'll maybe learn a thing or two that's new. You, I believe, are an experienced lab technician. And today you wanted to share a little bit of your knowledge and your experience as a lab technician, right? So maybe we can start by what got you into this. How does one even become a lab technician?
Yes, well, basically, if you want to be a lab technician, you have to do a bachelor's degree at a university. Mm-hmm. In Kuwait, being a lab technician can do two pathways, can go into two pathways. These pathways either in medical laboratory sciences degree or science degree that is related to microbiology, biochemistry subjects. After I finished my bachelor's degree in Australia, I've applied for a job in Kuwait, which is my home country, and then they allowed me to work over there. And I've been working for 8 years as an experienced lab technician. During these 8 years, my core and primary job was to prepare and maintain the machines that analyze the samples. Some samples like blood, fluids, urine need specific tests to show the results of the patients. These tests are mainly ordered by the doctors to see and check any symptoms and or any what do you call them?
Infections.
Yes, diseases they are having. So yes, when the doctors order these tests, we gather these samples. But before we start analyzing any sample, we have to prepare the machines. By preparing the machines, we always need to be careful with the safety policies. So first of all, you need to clean the machine, clean the floors, clean the tables. Everything has to be disinfected. After that, you get or you read the SOP. SOP means Standard Operating Procedure. This is like a step-by-step book made by our supervisors or by the committee specialized in reading the manuals, machines provided by the companies. These step-by-steps can help you troubleshoot any problems with the machines and give you head start on how to easily maintain and start the machine correctly to give a good result and to have a trusted result that is good for the patients.
And I guess when you're following these guidelines and protocols, they are like universal guidelines?
These are, you can say they are universal guidelines, but every machine has its specific problem. Sometimes I've worked in 4 different places. Each place have their own SOP because some of them are primary care providers that doesn't need any special test required. Some places like polyclinics in Kuwait, they have these simple SOPs and main machines that they only do routine tests. The specialized tests are only made in hospitals, tertiary hospitals.
And the work you did also involved, I think, a bit of chemistry. Obviously, a lot of chemistry.
Yes, my main focus and my main job was maintaining and operating the biochemistry machines. I've worked on the DX600 machine and AU700 machine. They are from the Beckman Coulter company. These machines analyze biochemistry samples. You can do liver function test, renal function test, bone function test, etc. But we cannot do, for example, HbA1c samples or other samples related to hematology or microbiology. These are only done for biochemistry machines, biochemistry tests. For example, if you have high glucose level above 20, that means you need to contact the doctor and give him a critical alarm that this patient has a high blood level and needs to be directly go to the casualty in the hospital, and needs supervision because he might have hyperglycemia, or maybe have diabetes and needs his insulin injection soon.
So it can be life-threatening.
Yes.
Okay.
What else I can provide you with? I think the SOP that is really need to be focused on, because you cannot do anything without the SOP. The SOP can give you daily, weekly, and monthly guidance with the machines, and also with the samples of the results. If you get like a high alarmed result, it can help you to show you what you can do and who to contact with. Also, my staff, the lab staff, were very cooperative, were very helpful, that they always gave us any help if we needed. Yeah.
So you had good supervision.
Yes, absolutely. You always must give support and help to each other.
And that's how you kind of grow as well.
Yes. I didn't get the experience from working solely. I have to work with others and help others to gain this experience.
And the work you were doing, who was it funded by? Was it
because it's the laboratories in Kuwait was governmental health labs. So basically, I worked for the Ministry of Health labs in Kuwait, the governmental sector. Yes, they provided me with the job and with all the accessibility for the machines and equipment.
So you were also a safety officer?
Yes, I was a safety officer in my polyclinic, where I used to check and teach all my staff about safety work. For example, if we have a blood spill on the ground, I used to always show them to use the biohazard spill kits, and this spill kit contains this biohazard spill kit consists of a scraper, a scoop, absorbent powder, and the tablets of bleach solutions. So first of all, you wear your PPE, where you wear your gloves, your mask, your lab coats. Everything has to be protected for the technician. Then he mixed the powder with the blood, makes it like a muddy-like item. He then uses the scraper and the scoop to clean the area. Then he takes the 1 to 10 bleach solution and clean all the area on the floor with that bleach. After that, you either keep the area for some minutes and clean it by yourself with gloves, with gauze, or you contact one of the cleaners to clean it up and mop it with a mop.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's a whole procedure.
Yeah, this is one of the procedures that is really interesting, and every technician has to follow for blood samples on the floor if they were spilled. Not in a small quantity, but in a large quantity. I had this problem and faced it maybe 3 times, but I wasn't the person who spilled these samples, these blood. They were colleagues of mine. The main idea is I learned everything by helping others. I became a safety officer by helping others. That's how you become a leader, or you become go to a higher position. Is because you get this experience and teach others and learn from your mistakes.
So it's constant progress, and I guess also when you're working on the procedure, you keep kind of going back to seeing what went well, what went badly, and you keep updating the.
Absolutely, of course. We always hold meetings with our supervisors and our staff to be updated,
Yeah.
and also to read the safety manuals just for a revision.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And were the people there working Kuwaitis or a mix of backgrounds?
There are a mix of backgrounds. I've met people from everywhere from the world, and I gained experience from everybody, not only from one nationality. It was multicultural.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really nice. You have to always be consistent and show you are a hardworking person. If not, then you would have some problems over there.
And currently, you are doing a master's.
Yes, I'm doing my master's degree in biotechnology and bioinformatics. I got promoted, so the government allowed me to have a scholarship. This scholarship will give me access to more in-depth science for biochemistry, microbiology, hematology, etc.
So it's called Masters in?
Biotechnology and bioinformatics. It's combined with nanotechnology, biochemistry, microbiology, and technology all together.
It seems very complicated. So for anyone that's interested in pursuing this, could you give an idea of what the degree is in a nutshell?
You have to do research in biochemistry, research, lab, chemistry levels, and you need to be always what's the name? What is the word that they updated? Always updated. Always have to be prepared when you go to lectures, when you go to lab. If you're not prepared and you're not studying immediately, stimulously, then I think you will suffer.
So you need to always be ahead of things.
Yes, be ahead of things.
Okay. So you feel like it's always developing. Is it an area that's always evolving with more research?
Yes. Last week I went to the advanced analyzers in Latrobe University. I went and saw the machines. These machines I never seen before, and they're really up-to-date machines. Maybe they bought them last year. And these machines are so fast, so smart. They can read in nanometers. Nanometers, they cannot be seen by even by an eye or by microscope. They need to be seen by laser microscope. And these machines can read them.
What's the difference between a microscope and a laser microscope?
Microscope is where you have light and you have these lenses, and you can see how much depth with these lenses can show you. The maximum is X40. Maybe it's micrometers. The maximum is micrometers, but nanometers has you have to make chambers, and you have to use specific machines that will allow you to see what's in the small cellular depth. It's like inside the cell, how it's being dividing, or how it's making from DNA to RNA to a protein. It's like that transcription. Like that.
And when you're done with your course, you plan to go back to Kuwait?
Translation. Yes.
And what are your plans there?
After I learned the transcription and translation and everything like that, I go back to Kuwait and I can have this role as a supervisor, maybe, or maybe I go back to working as a normal person again. But I gained this information, this experience that allowed me to know more in depth about science, about cellular knowledge, about more how we can purify like small molecules, small compounds to what we want, especially protein purification. Yeah, I can get a solution and I can purify to what proteins that is inside the solution.
And what's the end goal of doing this, of purifying protein?
I can use it for research. I can know what the protein is, so I can use it for anything. Maybe even if the protein works, I can make insulin.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that. Different. Insulin is different than protein, but it's the main idea.
So ultimately, your work is working towards collaborating with other researchers, professionals, medical professionals, to find maybe cures or solutions, right, for common diseases, or because your work would also help in vaccine development.
Yes, absolutely. We do vaccine development. Right now, we are just learning the theory of vaccine development. The flow cytometry, that is the main machine that do the vaccines, and how effective are the vaccines, because the flow cytometry sees how much white blood cells, red blood cells are in the blood sample, and how this vaccine is affecting the microbes between them or among them.
So is your goal to ultimately work on vaccine development, or which area are you most interested in?
To be honest, I'm most interested in drug development, not vaccine.
Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, pharmaceuticals mainly, but in my country we don't do that. We don't have these companies. So I either make a company or create a company that does drug development, or I just go back to my work and apply to be a supervisor. Maybe higher positions just to check how the machines are efficient or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, to do some interior audits or exterior inspections.
So you said after you finish your course, you're going back to Kuwait.
Yes.
Now, if you don't mind, the last mini topic I was hoping to ask you is, for anyone who's watching this that doesn't know about Kuwait, where is Kuwait?
Kuwait is next to Dubai.
Next to Dubai. But it's more north, right?
Yes, and more north.
And what do people like to do there normally?
They
Like football? I know football is very big.
yes, football is really interesting. We have this February festival that is really great. Everybody should go to. The weather is nice. The people are really polite. You can go to malls, beaches, to resorts in Kuwait, and everybody would be always helpful and smiling at you. Yeah, welcoming us, of course.
And they speak Arabic there.
Yes, Kuwaitis are very educated people. They speak Arabic and English, and they can always help you if you
And
need
there are many
anything.
international schools.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think it's a fairly popular tourist destination nowadays. It's getting more popular.
Yes.
It's very hot. I think it's one of the hottest countries in the world.
Yes, it's one of the hottest during summer. So it's better to go in February or from mid December till late March. These are the best months to visit.
And if someone wants to visit Kuwait, do you have any suggestions for places they can visit?
You can visit Kuwait anytime, even in summer. You can go to malls. The malls, we have the largest mall in the Middle East.
Really?
Yeah, it's called the Avenues.
Oh, I thought that was in Dubai. I thought the mall.
No, the Avenues Mall became more bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have you can go to the mall and you find everything, sales. You can find good prices to buy, and you'll enjoy it. Even the food is very delicious. The capital of food in the Middle East is Kuwait.
Really?
Yes.
So what foods are you guys famous for? Because I think normally when people think of Middle Eastern food, they think of things like mansaf,
Yes.
or they think of Lebanese food.
Yes,
Right?
yes. We have mansaf, we have Lebanese food, we have any food that you want in Kuwait. But our traditional food is rice and chicken. But we call it machbous chicken. It's like mainly herbs, mixed herbs with grilled chicken.
So Kuwaiti culture, would you say, for people who want to know about it, in what other ways the culture is similar to other cultures? Is it similar to maybe Saudi culture?
Yes, it's similar to the Saudi culture. Absolutely, yes.
So
We have this influence from Saudi Arabia and Iraq.
Okay.
Yeah, only some, not, but mainly from Saudi Arabia.
So like shisha,
You
and
have
football,
shisha, football,
And
cinema,
and
malls,
tea at night, right?
tea, coffee at night. Our restaurants don't close. They're open 24 hours. You can order food anytime you want.
So Kuwait comes alive at night.
Anytime it comes alive, but especially at night because everybody finished their work, so everybody wants to go outside and hang out.
That's amazing. And what's for you when you came to Australia? What was the main difference between here and Kuwait?
The main difference was the restaurants in here and the malls close at 5 p.m., 8 p.m. That's the main one.
And that's when things start over there.
Yes, yes. Over there, we don't have trams and trains. We have cars. So better to rent a car, or you know someone who can drive you by, because we don't have cars in Kuwait. You don't have. I mean, we don't have the commuting, as they call it in Australia, trains and trams.
I have been there a long time ago when I was a kid, but I do want to go again.
We have buses, but they're not effective like the car. Our car is way better.
Why?
Because you can travel anywhere in Kuwait, and the gas is cheap.
Oh, petrol is very cheap.
Petrol is cheap. Cheaper than here.
It's subsidized, I'm guessing.
Yes, yes, yes.
And you guys produce your own petrol?
Oil, yes.
Oil in which country? No?
Exactly.
Wow, awesome. So we've learned quite a bit about your work in chemistry as a lab technician. We've learned a bit about Kuwaiti culture. And I think this is pretty much a wrap for our conversation. But at the very end, I always ask one question. That's for anyone listening. Do you have a piece of advice you could give them? Any piece of advice?
Always believe in yourself, and always work hard.
Beautiful. That's a good point to end it on, and very inspiring. Thanks so much for being a part of this, bro.
You're welcome. Anytime, sir.